Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert coming with a fantasy football counselor. Happy Friday. Doing a special show today. Very quick to the point. I'm not fucking drafting. That's the name of the show. Not effing drafting that player. Will not touch that player. Will not roster that player. Will not draft that player. That's the name of the show. Fantasy football. Not drafting them. Not effing drafting them. Very simple, guys. Fantasy football players to avoid right here, right now. You don't want them on your team. That's the bottom line. Let's get to it. Before we do, though, manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLION. Save yourself 20% on some amazing products, guys. The fit, the finish, everything you guys need to stay groomed, stay fresh all the time. Manscaped.com. Promo code SHOWERLION. Go treat yourself. They got amazing products. They got underwear. They got ball wipes. They've got trimmers. Everything you need. I recommend the Lawnmower 4.0. Amazing product, guys. Skin-safe technology. Manscaped.com, promo code SHOWERLION. Secondly, guys, get the 60-round draft solution. It is the game changer. It's going to help you guys crush your leagues. The first ever only video training. Optimal players drafted each round. Mock drafts. Everything laid out for you guys on a silver platter, from sleepers to rookie breakouts. Everything is there for you guys at thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. Just Google 16 rounds and grab it today. Okay, guys? All right, let's get into this, guys. No way I'm fucking drafting him. I'm not fucking drafting this guy. Let's talk about it, and I'll dive into some players I'm just not going to draft. Personally, for me, never going to draft them. Let's get to it. Let's start off with the quarterback position here, because I think, or quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end here. Very simple, okay? Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, not fucking drafting Allen or Pat Mahomes. ADP, too high. Even Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, too high for me. When I can get a Tannehill, I can get a Brady, I can get a Herbert later. I can get a Russell Wilson, I can get a Matt Ryan. I can get a ton of quarterbacks. I'm not fucking drafting guys in the second or third or fourth round when I can get them in the fifth, sixth, or seventh. Okay, very simple, guys. There's a lot of depth. Now, if you're in a 2-quarterback league, you may want to invest a little earlier in a quarterback, possibly second round. Okay, but Pat Mahomes, why would I draft him? I don't care how big his ceiling is. He's hit his 50 touchdown ceiling before. Okay, I've seen kind of what he could do. Is he going to do it again? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not investing a third-round pick. We saw this last year with Lamar Jackson. Everybody drafted Lamar Jackson round 2. I said, don't do it. Don't. Why? He's coming off a pinnacle year. Don't do it. Don't fucking draft the guy. And sure enough, he busted. He finished 10th, I believe, amongst quarterbacks. Well below his ADP. Not fucking drafting Mahomes. Not drafting Josh Allen very early. I like Josh Allen last year in the 6th round. Now fucking draft him this year. Another guy, Jalen Hurts. We saw him in preseason. Looked like shit. Didn't play well at all. I mean, he only was out for like a couple minutes, but this is not looking good, man. Like Jalen Hurts, like I'm just not sold on him being a phenomenal quarterback. Not sold on the receiving core there. Not fucking drafting him. Just not doing it. So that's your quarterbacks. I'm not going to overpay, and I'm not going to get even a Jalen Hurts who's top 10, which is ludicrous because he's done nothing. He's thrown 6 touchdowns in the NFL. Not good, okay? Let's move on. Let's do tight ends, and we'll work our way back to wide receiver and then running back, okay? Travis Kelsey, not fucking drafting him. I'd have to invest a second-round pick. Darren Waller, George Kittle, not doing it, guys. I'm not investing a super early pick on a tight end. Now, there is some ceiling. I've mentioned this with Hawkinson and Pitts. 2 guys I wouldn't mind fucking drafting if it's the right ADP, because the ceiling is there for these guys, okay? Kyle Pitts, huge opportunity with Julio Jones being gone. TJ Hawkinson, huge opportunity with no wide receiver other than Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Detroit Lions. So, I just don't want to invest too early on like a Kelsey, a Kittle, that type of thing. Not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it for a tight end, period, guys. I'm not fucking drafting them, okay? Just don't overinvest. Wide receiver, I'm not investing. Devontae Adams, not fucking drafting him. Just not going to do it. Will not draft Devontae Adams. Why? Why, Joe? He's the most consistent guy. Why wouldn't you draft the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL? Because number 1, he's too expensive. First round for a wide receiver, not going to effing do it. Not only that, pinnacle year, guys. We saw what happened with Michael Thomas. Big year, decline imminent. How much of a decline, we don't know. He still could stay consistent. There's no doubt about it. But am I investing a chance on a possible decline? No, not fucking drafting him. Tyreek Hill, decline possible. Not going to draft him. Now, well, Joe, how come you like Stephon Diggs? Well, Stephon Diggs, I still think he's got more ceiling to hit. I'm a firm believer in the youth of Diggs and Allen, and I still like that. I still think there's some upside there, okay? But again, with Adams, Tyreek, not fucking drafting him. Justin Jefferson, not effing drafting him either. Why? 1,400-yard season, guys, rookie season. They've got Thielen there. Give me Thielen, round 5. I'm not investing a second-round pick on Justin Jefferson coming off a pinnacle year. Already has a sprained shoulder, right? Shoulder strain. Not doing it, guys. Justin Jefferson was great value in the 8th or 9th or 10th round last year, which is where we were getting him in the 16. If you were a 16-round draft, so you got Jefferson for good value. I'm not investing it this year, guys. Sorry, not going to happen for me. Not drafting him. A.J. Brown, not fucking drafting him. Why? Because he peaked at 106 targets last year without Julio there. Now Julio's there on a run-first team where they run more than anybody else on the planet, and Ryan Tannehill doesn't throw a lot. He was 18th in pass attempts. So those are the reasons. A.J. Brown could be a good, viable wide receiver, but he's sitting top 7 on the consensus. I'm not paying a second-round pick for him, knowing that, there's a chance he's going to easily finish outside the top 10. Not doing it. Another guy I'm not fucking drafting, CeeDee Lamb. Like, who died and made him, number 13? Amari Cooper was the guy. He was a top guy, but he peaked at 120 targets. Who's to say that CeeDee Lamb is all of a sudden the next thing's better than sliced bread? They've got Gallup there. And they've got Amari Cooper there. Who is to decide that CeeDee Lamb is the one? Like, who made that decision? I'm not sold on that. I'm not investing that early on a guy that I'm not certain about. Not fucking drafting him. DJ Moore, he busted last year. Yeah, he's had a 1,000-yard rushing season or two, and I get it. But DJ Moore, 3rd-round pick last year. 3rd-round pick across the board. And he busted. I'm not fucking drafting him. Why would I draft? I know his ADP is a little more in line, rounds 5 typically, but I'm not drafting him. Forget it. Okay, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Mike Evans, who's the wide receiver one there? Is it Godwin? Is it Evans? Godwin was drafted in the 2nd round across the board. I said avoid him last year. He was coming off a big 2019, 2020. I said he's going to bust. He's not going to finish where he finished the year before, right? Brady spreads the ball around. He busted. I don't know what else to tell you. Now he's down. He's ranked 14th amongst wide receivers. Why? I thought he was a top 10 guy. Why is he dropped? Because of the recency bias. Because they take last year's top finishers and they paste them over. Not drafting it on a guy where there's no clear-cut wide receiver one there. I'm staying away, not drafting it. Odell Beckham Jr., he's finally back down to a normal reality, 4th, 5th round ADP. Still not going to fucking draft the guy. He's the wide receiver 2 on his team, and he ironically is sitting ahead of Landry in rankings. So apparently they're thinking that Odell's still the wide receiver 1 after he busted 4 years in a row. I mean, it's ludicrous. I'm not fucking drafting him. Forget it. All right, moving on to running backs. Austin Eckler, from what I just read right now, I read this. I don't know where it was. It was on a feed somewhere, but it was accurate. It was coming from the team sources, saying that they're not really going to be going with a one running back situation this year. Whoa, wow. I couldn't have predicted that one. Eckler currently sitting in PPR top 10 easily. Where is he exactly? He's number 6 in PPR, which is ludicrous. This is a backup, guys. This is a backup scat back. He's not a starting running back. They brought in Larry Roundtree, and apparently the team is liking Larry Roundtree the third. Okay, he was a 5th or 6th round pick. Guys, he is more of a workhorse running back than Austin Eckler is. Eckler is not a workhorse running back, guys. Newsflash. Everybody drafted him at the end of the 1st round last year, early 2nd, and he busted significantly. Why? Because he's not good. I don't understand what part of Austin Eckler is not a true workhorse running back. I don't understand what people aren't understanding about this. It's I don't care about PPR. I don't care if he catches 1,000,000 balls this year. I don't care. He's not a workhorse running back, and he will not be treated to me as a workhorse running back. He is not a full workhorse running back. Let me repeat this. Austin Eckler is not a true full workhorse running back. He should not be drafted as a true full workhorse running back. He has not finished top 10. He does not deserve to be a top 10 running back. He was a backup to Melvin Gordon for years. Let me repeat this. He was a backup to a mediocre Melvin Gordon for years. Couldn't surpass him, right? He's not good, okay? So hopefully you guys understand, and don't fucking draft this guy, okay? I warned you last year, and people still drafted him. Fuck him, right? Nick Chubb, fuck him too. They've got Kareem Hunt there. Why would I fucking draft Nick Chubb when Kareem Hunt is better than him, outscoring him in PPR last year? Nick Chubb got hurt. I don't care if Nick Chubb got hurt last year. It doesn't matter. Don't fucking draft him, right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Joe Mixon, another guy. Don't fucking draft him. He sucks. Pinnacle year was 2018. 243 fantasy points, 8 touchdowns on the ground. He sucks, guys. I don't, like, newsflash. Joe Mixon, he's not good. Like, he's just not a good player. Not fucking drafting him. Deandre Swift, right? He's actually sitting 15th on the consensus. Why? What has he ever done? One of the Lions produced a top running back. It's probably been 15, 20 years. I don't even remember. So the fact of the matter is Swift is not in a good position to succeed, and I'm not fucking drafting him, okay? Aaron Jones, he's not really a big attempts kind of guy. 203 attempts type guy. A.J. Dillon's going to get more work. I'm fucking staying away from Aaron Jones when they've got Dillon there breathing down his neck as well. Not going to fucking draft him. So anyway, I had to vent on some of these guys that are rated really high, and they're really favored. They're really valued really high, and I'm just not going to fucking draft them. Period, guys. Very simple. Very simple episode today, guys. It doesn't have to be brain surgery. You know, it just be fun, straight to the point. But I'm telling you guys, don't draft these guys, okay? Very simple. Fantasy football players to avoid, fantasy football bust, whatever. I'm not drafting them. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Dalvin Cook hasn't finished the season, not fucking drafting him, okay? Very simple, guys. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard. It's not complicated. If they've had years to wow you and you're not wowed, don't draft them. Simple. Well, Joe, Dalvin Cook has wowed me. Oh, has he? Missing fantasy football playoffs in 2019. 2 years prior, only playing like 13 games in 2 seasons, and then last year getting hurt, missing a few games. Really? He's wowed you? Okay. If that's what wowing you is, that's pretty pathetic, honestly. So there you have it, guys. Subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Don't fucking draft some of the guys I mentioned here, guys. They will lead you astray. You're going to overpay. They're stuck in wide receiver committees. They don't know who the wide receiver one is. It's a disaster, okay, guys? So who do you draft? 16-round draft solution. I tell you who to draft in each round, okay, guys? Head on over to 16 rounds. Just Google 16-round draft solution. You'll find it, or thefantasyfootballcast.com. Linked it here below, guys. I appreciate you being here. And for the last time, don't fucking draft those guys. Talk soon.